Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.
Hoy en Rutas Alternas viajamos hasta Melbourne, en Australia, porque el dúo Good Morning está muy próximo a mostrarnos su próximo disco en estudio, así que en esta videollamada recibimos a Liam y a Stefan. Hola Liam, hola Stefan.
Hola.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Yeah, good, thank you.
It's a privilege to have this conversation with you because we can reduce the distance now with these tools, right? Like Zoom and other platforms.
Thank God for Zoom.
Even with this 15 hours of distance, we can have this connection and chat about music.
I know.
Yeah, sure.
Let's hope it stays good. I'm touching wood.
So guys, you are very close to release your new album, Barnyard. What can you tell us about this new record?
Well, we made it a little while ago now, almost 2 years ago, before COVID, for the pandemic, which was very lucky in hindsight. We got to make it outside of Melbourne in Chicago in America, and we made it in about 5 days. We worked all day, every day. It was sort of the first time we've kind of done like office hours, I guess, treated like a job. And we very good. We didn't drink any beers or do very serious, like real workers. And this is the result of it. Yeah. So it's kind of a logical progression of our earlier records, I think. Yeah, but we're proud of it. Mind you, I haven't listened to it for a while because it is kind of old, so maybe I'm not proud of it anymore. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that you will, because it's important that even if you have made the record a few years ago before the pandemic, nowadays we have maybe a different knowledge about ourselves, about our society, even our world, right? A lot of change, a lot of things have changed.
It's true. It's true. A lot of things have changed, but also a lot of things that already existed have been kind of highlighted, I think, and have been made more present and obvious. Sort of issues that already existed have been worsened by the pandemic. So, yeah, I don't know if it sounds like simpler times or not, but yeah.
Stefan, your next album, it's your fourth full length.
Yeah, I feel like the divide between like our full-length records and our EP-length records or shorter records or whatever sort of started to blur with the last couple, just because we've always made sort of shorter records. And yeah, some of them, yeah, I think I would consider, yeah, just as records. I don't know if I really like the classification of like EPs and stuff like that, but it is our fourth album, I guess. we just call it like Good Morning Record number 6, you know. So yeah,
but there's a lot of records. 6 records with the EPs or full leg, wherever. It's 6 records in 10, 12 years, right?
In about 6 or 7 years.
Oh,
the first one came out at the end of 2014. So,
cool.
Yeah, about 7 years, 6.5 years.
You have a lot of creativity, right? You like to be in a studio. You like to write. You like to compose.
Yeah, I really love. Yeah, or both of us love just working on music, and working on music together is a lot of fun. And oh, sorry. Yeah, we really like. I love any opportunity I get to sort of hang out with, you know, my friends and play music. And because those opportunities have been a bit few and far between for the past little while, I think about it a lot. But Liam and I have been very lucky. We've still been able to maintain some sort of like creative routine and get together and work on some music, even with all the shutdowns in Melbourne here.
Yes. How important is now that you mentioned your community, your city for your music?
I think we're lucky that like we come from Melbourne because there is such like so many opportunities to play music here. Like it's a real part of the culture of the city. Like we have, I think it's like the most live music venues in the world per capita.
Yes.
Like it's crazy. I mean, that was pre-pandemic, so I think we might have lost
it's hard to say what it'll be like now.
But Melbourne, it's at the level of Austin or Glasgow that have the several music venues, right?
Yeah, for sure. You can go out and see music any night of the week. Well, not now.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do that for months, but usually you can go and see bands like pretty much any time, any night, which is has been huge and hugely influential. I imagine, well, not I imagine because it was me, but for me, growing up in the city and like wanting to go out and see that as a teenager, and then wanting to be part of the experience myself, I think it's like just the sheer access to it in the city when we were growing up definitely had a profound effect on just like wanting to get out there and perform and stuff.
It makes it really like achievable. Like it seemed, it makes it really sort of close. So it doesn't feel like it's a hard thing for you to do. Like it's like it makes it seem like anyone can be in a band and anyone can just do this thing with their friends and only do it for, whether you're doing it for 5 people that are also your friends in a room. It's like the same thing as doing it for a few hundred strangers or a couple thousand strangers.
It's probably some of the most fun shows I ever played anyway, like. Yeah.
And how different is the process, or was the process of creating this album from your other records, your other singles, in the lyric, in the lyric or in the music? Do you think that it's a lot of difference? You are trying to achieve something?
I think there's a sonic difference, like quality difference, just because it was the first time that we worked in a professional studio and with a professional engineer. But apart from that, I feel like our process was relatively like similar to what it's been. I suppose we did sort of like, we went in and demoed the songs beforehand and probably fleshed them out a bit more than has been done on previous Good Morning records, just like in terms of fleshing them out with one another. But like Liam said before, I think it's just sort of like it is the logical next step, like for us, was just sort of like cleaning up the quality of it and just trying to, Liam was saying the other day, it's funny to hear like songs off this record come on the radio now, because like you hear them and it doesn't just like, you don't immediately want to turn it down because it just sounds fucking insane, like, and hard to listen to. So that's a plus.
Like, someone actually knows what they were doing. Like, made this sound okay.
Now that you mentioned, there's a lot of media talking about you, right? On magazines, radio stations, websites all over the world. How important is for you to have this connection, not only with your fans, but with the media?
I don't know. I find it's an interesting thing. I don't think, I think we kind of existed for so long as a band without kind of media and without sort of, it's just, at the end of the day, the whole point of the band is like an insular thing we're pretty selfish, really. Like it's for us. Like we never really make any bones about that. It's the band. Like the point of the band is to purely entertain myself and Stefan. So like it's kind of like any sort of media attention. I'm like, okay, sure. Like why not? Like it doesn't really phase me one way or another. Like if we have it or if we don't have it. I mean, obviously, I think the record label and our manager would prefer that we have it, so that's good.
Yeah, I know, but now that you mentioned, it's important to have these great moments between you two, to have fun, to have a great time when you make music, because you can share that with your fans. You can make connections with other people. When you have fun, when you are honest, you share that, right?
I think so. I think you can tell when someone's being genuine, like through, even through social media and through like how people present themselves and choose to present their quote unquote image, like you can tell when it's sort of like bullshit or when someone's sort of being genuine. And I think there's like, maybe sometimes there's too much emphasis put, especially in Australia, on being like genuine and like no kind of like artifice or sort of like theater to anything. But I think this particular project, the point of it is to just be kind of like normal people, right? Like, you know, we're not really trying to be anyone other than ourselves. Although that would probably be fun one day, maybe do like a glam record. But I think, you know, it's just
and,
like, yeah.
Guys, what can you tell us about the videos of your singles, Country and Burning, the first two singles of Barnyard? There are amazing work, right? With the visuals, with the animation. I mean, you have a great connection between these videos and the songs.
Yeah, thank you. I think Country, we were really lucky. We're really lucky to have like a lot of friends that are really interested in filmmaking and video and stuff like that. It's kind of like how if your friend's like, you know, a plumber or like an electrician, you know, it's really handy to have them come and like fix your power. You know, like it's like really handy that we have like friends that are really capable with making videos and stuff. So it's not necessarily something that Stefan and I have always been that interested in, making music videos, but I think we wanted to make like something kind of cool for this one. And so we sort of like called in all of our favors on the first one. And then the second one for Burning, Caroline, who animated it, like we're just fans of her work. She's in Melbourne. She plays in a lot of bands in Melbourne and does a lot of good like artwork for posters and like other music videos and like album covers. And I've always just liked her work. So it was really cool to be able to have her do something for us. Like I feel really lucky. So yeah, really it's just kind of curating people whose ideas we like, I guess, and hopefully their aesthetic and sort of vibe fits within whatever we are making at the time, which I feel like it has at the moment. We're on a good streak.
And are you planning to release another single before the release of the album, or that's it?
There's one more in a few weeks, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure when it is.
2 weeks, 3 weeks?
It comes out before the album. Yeah.
and you will release the single with another video, I think. No?
Yeah, we just went around trying to shoot a video yesterday. Just around, yeah. We can't travel too far from our houses at the minute, but we tried our hardest, and so there will be another video.
In the meantime, we can listen to your both singles on all digital platforms, and we can pre-order the album, right, in physical formats through your Bandcamp site. I know we can expect the album here in Mexico maybe 1, 2, 3 months later, but it doesn't matter. It's important to still have an album in vinyl or CD.
Yeah, well,
for sure. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long to Mexico, because they'll be shipping from the States and they won't be shipping from Australia. So the wait time won't be as long as it once would have been for a Good Morning record.
So we can pre-order the album on your Bandcamp site. And what will you do the rest of the year after the release of the album? Are you planning some tour? Will you play live in Australia?
We can't really do any of that around here at the minute, and probably not for the rest of the year, unfortunately. Maybe shows will come back in December, but we've not got anything planned as of yet. We're just sort of chipping away, making music down at our studio, and that's sort of been occupying our time for the past while.
Next year, fingers crossed. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll come back to Mexico next year.
Yes. Do you have any date? Do you have any idea when, where?
Not concrete plans, but we have vague plans to maybe be over there around April sometime.
Yes, maybe April, May.
Yeah, potentially. And we'd love to come back to Mexico. Oh my God.
You play here in Mexico in a festival or in your own gig?
We just played our own show in Mexico City last year.
Oh, cool. How was your experience in Mexico City?
It was awesome. It was the best. We we only had one show, but we took a whole week down there just so that we could hang out and just be on holiday and soak it all up. And it was probably the best decision we made all of last year. Retrospectively, it's probably the best week of the year.
I know. I know that a lot of bands have a great time here in Mexico, and I was talking with Liam that there are an amazing connection between Mexican bands and Australian bands. I don't know exactly why, but there are a great connection, not only with the bands but with the fans.
Maybe cool. It's a similar vibe. Way of like,
very similar wavelengths. Yeah,
pretty sure. So we can have your new album, Barnyard, the new album from Good Morning, on October 22 on digital platforms and physical formats. And maybe next year you can come to Mexico again to play not only in Mexico City, but here in Guadalajara, Monterrey, other cities. Maybe you have to come 1 month to recover from not only the jet lag, but all the party, all the gigs, all the festivals.
We might have to. That sounds like a plan. Yeah.
Well, guys, congratulations for your songs. Love your job, and I was amazed with your new singles. So looking forward to see you live here in Mexico.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for chatting to us.
Liam, Stefan from Good Morning, thank you so much for the chat with Rutas Alternas.
Thank you.
No worries. Nice to talk.
Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.